Hey everyone, I've had a few questions by email about our change in the grading structure, and I figure more people have this question, so let me give you a brief explanation to hopefully assuage anyone's concerns and give you a better idea of what our plan is. So as you will recall from class, we discussed getting rid of, or not getting rid of, but compressing our set of modules on competition and monopoly. So under learning modules, we still have this as it existed because I don't want to mess with too many things on Brightspace for fear of breaking something. But basically within these modules, we still get our regular reading assignments, but we're not going to worry too much about Module 11 on competition. All these videos, if you watch a couple of the Marginal Revolution University ones, those are going to give you sort of the most important stuff in a pretty approachable, accessible way. But the same stuff in MindTap is optional, right? So of course you can do chapter 14. You can do any of these chapters that you want to. It's paid for it. You might as well take advantage and learn about earnings and discrimination and yada, yada, yada. But for your grade, instead of 14, 15, 17, we're only counting 15 as part of your MindTap grade. So all of us are going to spend a little bit of time thinking about Monopoly. We're going to spend some time in class doing questions and discussing this, but we're not going to get so deep into perfect competition or oligopoly. The other part of this is the quizzes. So I have marked quiz 5 as optional, and really what that means is if you do all 6 quizzes, then I'm basically just going to drop your lowest quiz. If it's quiz 5, great, right? Most of us should probably be a little less prepared for quiz 5 than we will be for, say, quiz 6. But if you have missed one or more quizzes of the first 3, at this point we should have done we should have done more than that, but we should have done for sure quizzes 1, 2, and 3. But I know that some people have missed some of those quizzes. So part of why I'm leaving quiz 5 there is to give those students an opportunity to make up for missed work. So if you've done quizzes 1, 2, and 3, you should be getting ready to do quiz 4 right now. You should be getting ready to do quiz 6 at the end of the semester. You can probably safely skip quiz 5. But if you have missed one of those first 3 quizzes, then you should definitely be preparing for quiz 5. And part of your preparation should include looking through chapters 14 and 17. Now the good news is, since these are just practice, you can go through and get a whole bunch of wrong stuff and just let MindTap leave explanations open for you. So you can, let's just, for the sake of demonstration, throw in some random numbers here, grade it now, it's going to say you're wrong, and it's going to give some explanations. So you don't have to get your chapter 14 homework right, but if you're planning on doing quiz 5 to pull your grade up because you missed some earlier quizzes, it's worth doing the homework just for the practice and just to have some explanations handy for when you're going back and forth between the concepts and your notes. Your notes are obviously going to be a little less developed for these chapters because we aren't spending as much time in class on them. But like I said, this is sort of a way to give people a chance to catch up. My default policy is what's in the syllabus, and it'd just be, you missed it, you missed it. Since we don't quite have enough time, this is sort of an easy way to give not quite extra credit, but sort of a way to make that missed work a little less costly. So, quick summary, quiz 5 is optional. I don't expect most students to do this, but I do expect anyone who's missed one of these first 3 quizzes to do quiz 5. If you are doing quiz 5, I expect you, I'm not going to grade you on this, but I expect you to look at chapters 14 and 17, despite the fact that they are marked as practice. All of us are going to do chapter 15. It's not going to be too hard. It's a little less mathy than chapter 14 is. But like I said, we're going to be basically compressing those. So in the last couple weeks, you should be going through these modules to get to, well, we've missed that extra credit, but to get to our usual reading assignments. We'll talk about this oligopoly model a little bit in class when we talk about Monopoly. But still go through here, still do the undercover book club stuff, but a little less emphasis on getting everything in here. We're not going to be 100% complete on this stuff. So hopefully that answers outstanding questions, but if you have more questions, let me know in the usual places, and I will talk to you in the future.